EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the beautiful city of Seattle. We welcome you inside Lumen Field, the home of the Seahawks. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Indianapolis Colts and the Seattle Seahawks. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. It is for real. Season begins here. Off we go from Lumen Field. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. Not what you want to see. Quarter one of week one.
Ready up!
The first carry for the Spartans, Kenneth Walker. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
29-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Ready, break! Set, let's go!
He'll look to throw. Complete to the former Buckeye, Jackson Smith-Njigba. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 25
First catch
yards
for
on the
him
play.
on this new season. And it results in a first down.
First down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Here's 1st and 10.
Ready? COVID-19!
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Colts' 41-yard line.
Here's Walker. And he's going to pick it up. Take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
Yard gain.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a first down.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70!
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That is caught at the 3. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up first down and goal.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Okay, ready?
When we see the first touchdown of the new season, it's first and goal. Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle.
There's certainly an ideal way to start a season, Mike. You get the ball first, you come out, you look sharp, you're in and out of the huddle, you're super efficient. Not only do you take the ball all the way down the field, but you come away with 6. And I know they sure hope that this is a sign of things to come, not only for this offense today, but as the rest of this season unfolds.
And he misses the extra point. No good, and this will remain a 6-0 game. So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
A run with the former K-State product, T.J. Giddens. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the first down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
2nd and 10.
Here we go.
On the ground for the first time. Here comes Jonathan Taylor. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
Here's a 3rd and 10.
Go! Back to 50.
Richardson operating from the pistol. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down. So on 4th down, the Colts send out Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. That's taken at about the 14. Into space. To the 20. And he's going to bring this one back. 83 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. And they get the great bonus of scoring on special teams. This time the punt return unit. Able to put 6 up on the board.
And what we see here, Mike, is just a breakdown in the coverage. They talk all week about manning the field, controlling the returner, keeping them on your inside arm. In this case, 2 guys get stacked behind each other. They leave just enough space for this returner to operate in, and the next thing you know, they're looking at him in the end zone.
Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
Their own 35-yard line.
He'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
At the 35-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 9. On the give, it's Gittin. And he is not going to get away. He might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Richardson. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Oh, no fair catch, and he pays the price. Big shot to make sure this return didn't even get started. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Going right. It's taken in. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. So it's just a simple read, but it's really well defended. They had both the give and the pull reads both accounted for, and the play ends up going nowhere.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
Headed left, buying time.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. Sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
It is 2nd and 9. Now a give to Walker, running right. Making guys miss, and he's in. Kenneth Walker, touchdown Seattle. What a start to the year. His 2nd touchdown in this opening half.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. see, once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. An unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. Now an opening has the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
Richardson to throw it here on first down. They'll look to set up the screen here. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 7. It's Richardson on the move. Open man, his tight end, Tyler Warren. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
A gain of 15 yards.
First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a first down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Richardson will get it to Taylor. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. Second down.
A 7-yard.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
12 yards.
It's a pickup of 12. That's good for a Colts first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Indianapolis.
First down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
So they move inside the 20, first and 10 at the 18.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll go play action. It's Richardson. Throw on the run is complete. And he'll take this one in. Tyler Warren. Touchdown, Colts. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead, and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This returnable with Reed. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he's able to force his way through one man, but he can only muster about a yard on that play. 2nd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. Now there's something there on the return. Able to take this back to the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. He is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
17-yard line.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
A 2nd down throw for Richardson. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Out of the shotgun, Richardson. He's got his tight end. That's Warren. Remember, he had the touchdown catch from last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a 1st down. Two minutes to go here till halftime. We're back to Seattle after this. A couple of 1st downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing, Richardson. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Richardson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. It was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Now Richardson. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And they will get the 1st down here and move it to field goal range inside the 25.
1st and 10.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter. So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Richardson. He's got it about the 8. And they'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up 1st and goal. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. Now Richardson. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
On the handoff, it's Taylor. And he's in! Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indy. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
The Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Colts are back within 6.
14.
Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This returnable with Reed. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Yeah, he'll tear one out. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
And the Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. The Colts will signal for their 3rd and final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Now they'll set up to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To the air one more time. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
There's certain guys, Mike, that have earned the right to make those tight window throws. And that doesn't mean that he's not going to get himself into trouble from time to time, but we've seen throughout his career his ability to make throws that other guys are either uncomfortable or unable to make is a big reason why he's kind of in a class all of his own.
This one is good. He knocks it through. We have hit halftime. We'll take a quick break, come back, second half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This is fielded inside the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the give, this is Taylor. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, this is something we don't see every day, Mike. A team playing with a traditional I formation fullback. It's kind of a lost art in today's modern game, but in this case, highly effective. Great job by the fullback clearing out the path for his running back, and they're able to pick up the first down.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Here's carry number 1 for Travis Etienne. Inside the 30. And he is going to run it all the way down near the red zone.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
They'll run on first down with Taylor. And he's in! Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Colts will cut it to a 2-point lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This returnable with Reed. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The run up the middle, it's Walker. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
2nd and 12.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
He'll drop to throw.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the 1st down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
Now a 3rd and 2. We'll try and run it with Walker. Oh, it's hit on the line, and the ball is out.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
Taylor gets it out of the pistol. And he is planted. Backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
They go right back to Taylor. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
At the 36-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Richardson. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
Bates' kick is good. And the Colts will take the lead here in the 3rd quarter.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
So, after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. This returnable with Reed. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Walker. And this is going to be a Seahawks 1st down as the tackle is made just shy of the 40.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
Once again, it's Walker. those strong legs running through one tackle. Give him a gain of 8.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game. So they try to throw a little bit of a curveball. We see him throw it to this guy a lot. Now, in this case, they hand it to him, thinking they can catch the defense off guard and generate a big play. And let's give a lot of credit to the defense. They were ready for it, they were prepared for it, and they held it to a modest gain.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. With Smith and Jigba. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
And the Seahawks.
3rd and inches, you see a lot of teams try to take a shot. Why, Mike? Because they know on 4th and inches, they still have a chance to convert the 1st down. The shot wasn't there, but they're still able to pick up a nice gain and convert and bring up 1st down.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Looking back to the middle of the field, it is caught. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's caught inside. It's complete. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown. I'm all for giving the ball to your fullback and giving him a chance to get in on the action, but I don't love running him side to side. That's the running back's job. If you're going to give it to the fullback, plow ahead, come on offensive line, let's get some push. But now you find yourself losing yardage. I just don't love the call.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. He's got the hook up there on the comeback route. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. It picks up 25 yards and gives them a golden opportunity. It's 1st and goal. This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. He pulls it in around. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Colts have come away with the football. Any turnover down here hurts, Greg. These feel even worse. And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. They are very fortunate to get another shot at it. It is 2nd down and goal. He'll look to throw. Out to his right. Now he throws back over the middle. It is complete. And he's in. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seahawks.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike, it only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
At their own 28-yard line.
Run with Taylor. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, here's a run to begin the 4th quarter. And a up and down, just shy of the 40. A pickup of 12 yards. 1st down, Indianapolis.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 24 yards. That's good for a Colts 1st down.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
The play action. It's Richardson. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. One is complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Richardson operating from the pistol. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open. He tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him.
So a big one looming for Jake Bates. This to get back within a field goal. This one has plenty of leg. And it is good. And they inch a bit closer here in this fourth quarter.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So the lead is down to just 2 now in the fourth quarter as they kick it off. This returnable with Reed. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll let one go down the middle. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
And the Seahawks.
A big one here in the fourth quarter. 41 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
Now, faking the give. Throw here down the field. Will fall incomplete.
Contrary to what all of the fans at home think, I don't have rooting interest in any of these games. But as you know, when it comes to tight ends, there's no bigger fan than this guy right here. I want to see them be able to connect, especially on those big plays downfield.
On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
So after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. He's got his man right side. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. And they are making it look easy. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seahawks. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Richardson to throw it here on 1st down. That's going to be incomplete. Covered very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
They'll run when he didn't. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Third and 9. Out of shotgun, Richardson. Open man, left side, he's got it. And a big strike for good yardage there field.
It's a gain of 20. And the Colts first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8.
To number 88.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On play action, Richardson. The blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes.
Certainly hasn't been their best game in terms of rushing the passer, but you find yourself with a lead here in the 4th quarter. No better time for that pass rush to come alive and see if they can close this game out.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, Richardson. Now a screen set up for ETN. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain.
No gain on the play.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
Third and long. From the gun, Richardson. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end, and at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He'll go left side here and complete this one. And that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a 4th down, 4th quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their 2nd, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
32-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. His 8th reception of the game, and good for a first down.
That's good.
We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Walker, and he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Getting uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. That is caught. He finds Walker. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
A gain of 24 yards.
A gain of 24 through the air. First down, Seattle.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. That is caught to the goal line and in. Touchdown, Seattle. This is It's got to feel good, Greg. You open at home and a great performance with one more touchdown added on top.
Not many better ways, Mike, than to create some excitement amongst your fan base than to have a great home opener. Every team works all off-season. They stress it during training camp. Let's get off to a great start, and then all of a sudden you're able to do it in front of your home crowd. Man, this has been a really impressive performance.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Richardson. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's 2nd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Throwing on 2nd down. Richardson going up top. One down to the 35-yard line.
A gain of 37 yards. 1st down, Colts.
On 1st down, it's Richardson. He's going to look downfield once again. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as it'll come out to the 20.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. When that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
2nd and 10. Shotgun run now with Walker. Oh, he gets swarmed under. They meet him in the end zone. It is a safety. Defenses dream about those, whether it's a pick six or a scoop and score. Even this one, Greg, 2 points. When the defense puts points on the board, they feel great about it.
Mike, talk about getting the job done on defense. Not only does it result in 2 points on the scoreboard, but now the offense is going to get the ball back, and likely with great field position.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Here's 1st down. Now Richardson. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Second down throw for Richardson. Throwing right, it's taken in. They'll mark him down just shy of the 40. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a 1st down.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
A gain there of 27 yards. This is 1st and 10. So, it's a win here for the Seahawks. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. So, that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to EASports.com. OMFL.com. It's a win for the Seahawks. As we say, so long from Seattle.